Hi everyone, I'm Jonathan. I'm going to talk to you for a few minutes from Seize the Opportunity. This is chapter 18 in Live a Legacy. And I wrote this meditation really coming off of the idea of carpe diem, seizing the day, that there are times in life when we need to make a move, when we need to move forward in life. And I first want to distinguish between reacting to life and responding. There are those of us who are maybe more emotional, more impulsive, and those people are actually fun to be with, especially like if you're, I don't know, like going on roller coasters and things like that. Fun ride, amazing ride. I think, though, for major life decisions and for moves in relationships, jobs, relocating, things like that, we need to know when it's time to make a change. And I find that if we respond rather than react, that usually is a better game plan. When we respond, we're not just moving off of emotion, we're moving off of what we know to believe and know to be right for us. We've given it forethought, we've given some time to think about that when this happens, I'm going to, as it were, strike when the iron's hot. And if you're going to strike, you have to think about it before you do it. With reaction and being reactionary, there's no thought. So I think that's one really good principle, is to respond rather than react. For me, I tend to be emotional. Those who are in my life can tell you that. And I get very emotional about injustice, when I think that aren't right, they're not going right. I want to but taking that emotion and also balancing it with some logic and a game plan is also really good counsel, I think, too. For me, I have to slow down and I have to get quiet and listen to my spirit, listen to the spirit within my spirit. Some people call it the gut, your conscience, intuition, however you frame it. For you, you have to listen to that still small voice within you that's saying, okay, you've done enough, it's been long enough, it's time to make a move. Speaking with a physician a couple of weeks ago, we were discussing why people stay in toxic or sick systems. Those can be professional systems, workplaces, family systems, unhealthy relationships, marriages, whatever it is. Why do people remain for long periods of times in really unhealthy systems? And there's a lot been written on that. But I think oftentimes we stay in a toxic system because it's safe. There's provision for us. There's financial provision, and on some level we're getting a benefit. There's a payoff. It might be security and safety. However, there is a threshold in that law of diminishing returns. When does the safety, let me put it this way, when does me being safe limit my ability to move forward, which is in fact even more unsafe for me in the long run? And we have to balance those things. Here's the problem with toxic systems. At some point, that toxicity that we don't like in the system or that we question, because we're part of the system, that toxicity will come into us. It will make us critical, judgmental, angry, whatever it is, but it's impossible to remain in a toxic system and not be touched by the toxicity. That is my experience, and I just think that's the way it is, because, I don't know, it's almost like we as human beings, we are permeable in terms of emotion and energy and spirit. All that stuff kind of, it gets into us and we think, oh, I've got good boundaries, but eventually it does come into us. And what it begins to do, we become part of the problem, and then we get entrenched in it, and it's hard to get out. So recognizing that sometimes the longer you stay in the system, the sicker you become too. And at some point, it's time to make a move. Now, I encourage you, again, seize the opportunity once you've done your homework, once you've got your game plan, once you've done everything within your power to move forward, then do it. But when it's time, go and do it. I guess some other good points in here in this chapter about how to know how to move forward and seizing the opportunity. But the main thing is, don't stay stuck. At some point, we have to get unstuck, and you can do it. If that drive is within you, even that much can be enough to move you forward. I want to encourage you with these words today, and hope that your journey will continue to be one of prosperity and goodness, and that great things will come to you in life. Thanks for listening.